Today we're going to be looking at mastering Chaturanga, 3 simple fixes to improve your form. Okay, so the 3 common mistakes in Chaturanga are to keep the hips lifted too high and allow the pelvis to tip forward. So we're going to look at how we can fix that. And number 2 is to let the body go too low in relation to your arm foundation. And then number 3 is to overlift the chest. So work with these asana principles. And number 1 is every pose is samastitihi. Okay, and so literally Chaturanga Dandasana is samastitihi horizontal. And why it's so hard to maintain that samastitihi danda is because you're bearing weight, right, with your arms. And so it's hard to keep your head, torso, and pelvis stabilized along the vertical axis when you do that pose. And just repeating it over and over is not the best way to get strong enough to do it. And so, so these fixes I will show you. Partly it's a matter of understanding and then having the intention of maintaining the danda, and then it does require using some props for most students. So let's get into it. First, I'm just going to show you these mistakes, okay? So number 1 is the hips. So so here's your plank, and you come down, and the hips stay up, and the pelvis tips forward. If you're thinking in terms of samastitihi, this is what's happening. And right, and so you could ask yourself, would I stand like this? No. And so when I do Chaturanga, I also don't want to end up like that. Number 2, you've got your nice samastitihi line, and then like here's your plank, all right? And when you bend your elbows, okay, so what commonly happens is it goes too far. Okay, so this is actually your ideal point where you want to stop and you'll get the most support from your arms. Okay, so if you go like that, then it's like you've dropped your torso beneath the support, and it strains your neck and your head and your shoulders and different parts. And so I'll show you what that looks like down here. So you come down to your Chaturanga and you go down to here, right? All this is too low, right? And so you want to be more up here to get the support of the arms. And so I'm going to show you the fix, of course. Okay, and then the last one, if you're kind of working with your samastitihi, so what happens is at one point in time, many students were rolling the shoulders forward in their Chaturanga and ending up like this, okay, which is terrible for the shoulder joint and for the neck and head. And so it seems like then there was an overcompensation. So there was this move to roll back the shoulders. And so there's all these people overlifting the chest now, right? And so really with Chaturanga, you don't need to really open the chest in it, but you don't want that. So it's a middle position, right? And so many people come down and they go like this, right? And that's all overlifting. Okay, so the fixes, all right? Fix number 1, the pelvis staying up and tipping forward that's a matter of strength. And it's a curious thing that if your arms and your core are not strong enough, that the result is that the pelvis lifts up and tips forward. But that is what happens. Okay, so and rather than just repeating that over and over, hoping you get strong enough eventually, I recommend you elevate your arms, which takes some of the weight off of your arms, so it makes it easier to hold your pelvis in a nice position. Okay, so you start off on a chair, you get that beautiful plank, right, with the tail tucked, and then you come down. Okay, and when you lower, it's like this, right? None of this changes. Head, torso, pelvis, legs stable, and you're just flexing your elbows, right? So there's no change happening anywhere else along this vertical axis. And so when you go up on the chair, you can feel that. You can stabilize the head, torso, pelvis, and then bend your elbows and come down. Okay? All right, and then once you can do it with a chair, then you increase the challenge. I'm going to do it on 2 sets of blocks. Now, so it can be hard to feel what your hips are doing in that position. So you may need to video yourself to actually see what's going on until you get the feeling for it. But so now we go to 2 sets of blocks, make that beautiful plank. That's the starting point, and then come down. And I have instructions like this. I say, bring your hips with you, stabilize your hips at neutral, and I also have a little mantra. It's hips down, chest up. Hips down, chest up. That's related to this fix, right? Obviously, chest up does not work for the fix of overlifting the chest. But often when the person's hips go up, then the chest is going down. So if you think hips down, chest up, then you can even it out. So you're in your plank, and then you're working your very best to keep your danda. Stabilize, firm your buttocks and abdomen, and come down. And try it a few times. Okay, so look, there's none of this. All right, so you keep your pelvis steady, keep your ribs tucked up, snugged up towards your spine, and bend. Okay, and then it's just a matter of repeating what you want to reinforce. Okay, so if you find your height, like where can I actually do it? From the chair, 2 blocks, 1 block, and then practice diligently, and slowly you'll gain the strength and the ability to be able to increase the challenge. Okay, so fix number 2 is going too low. All right, so what we're going to do is just put a limit. So you're going to take a couple of blocks and just come down onto your chaturanga. And this is actually the remedy for both the hip going too low and overlifting the chest. And we'll start with going too low. Okay, so if you look there, now I can't go any lower, right? The blocks are stopping me, and I've got the block is starting where the sternum, the collarbones start, and going all the way to the pelvis, and feel it. There's your samastitihi form, and plant your hands, and then you try to clear your body off the block. Clear, and get the feeling for it, and then you can take it from plank and come down and feel that stopping place. All right? And then watch. So let the blocks train you so that when you come down, you know where to stop in space. Not coming down there, but stopping at a nice place to receive the optimal support from your skeleton. Okay, so if you're back here, this is, you've gone below, you're straining ligaments and things that, and especially with repeated, when you do so many chaturangas in a practice. Okay, and then the overlifting is also, you can work with that with these blocks, because what happens is when you come down, you'll be like this, right? And so just let the sternum come down to the block, like So you go from here to here. And notice that here is not this. It's not rolling the shoulders forward, right? No, you peel back just to that samastitihi, not up to here, right? So keep the sternum down and feel. And then when you lift up, you don't do this, right? It's just the whole body, the head, torso, pelvis, legs. Okay, and so remember, you've got the 3 fixes to improve your form, right? Don't overlift the hips, don't go too low, and don't overlift the chest, okay? And so to get all 3 to improve your form, elevate your arms, go as high as a chair or to really get control of your positioning. And then also use these blocks underneath you to get the experience of where you need to be when you finally are stopped in position in your chaturanga. So the block height, it's a little bit individual depending on your bone length, but what you want is to make it so that this is basically horizontal. Your upper arm bone is basically horizontal, right? So like if I went up higher, then it's a little too high, right? And then this could be okay, but this might be a little bit too low, potentially. But no, this is probably okay for me too. So there's a little bit of a range there. But, okay, and then lastly, remember that when you're doing one excellent exercise for fixing all of these kind of discrepancies that happen along the danda, the hips up or the chest up or going too low, is to try to touch onto these blocks. Okay, all your parts at the same time. Okay, so your chest, your belly, your pelvis, everything touches at the same time. And so obviously if you come down and your chest touches first, well then you know that your hips are too high, right? Or if you come down and your hips touch but your chest stays up, then that's giving you information. So if you come down and everything touches at the same time, then you know you've got it. One thing that I repeat is to appreciate the difficulty of even the most basic poses. Okay, and Chaturanga, this is a hard pose. All right, so you have to have patience and persistence in working to safely build the strength to do it. Okay, and these simple fixes that I've given you, be patient with them, but be consistent. And you will protect your shoulders and your wrists, and then you will also give yourself the best chance of gaining the strength step by step to be able to do the Chaturanga potentially with less props or potentially. Like some students, they can do it without the props, and some of us, we'll need to keep using those in order to work with integrity and repeat what we want to reinforce.